Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
As we all know, in Phineas and Ferb, there's 104 days of summer vacation, and if you live in Danville, apparently that means there's about a 10% chance that someone you know will likely be having a birthday, because it seems like most of the main cast has a summer birthday.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Agent P! It's not your birthday, is it? Are we close?
Told ya.
Put a sock in it, Carl.
Except Ferb. His was canonically confirmed to be in February. And since my birthday is in March, in fact it's actually on Mardi Gras this year, I thought it was only fitting that I would rank the top 10 Phineas and Ferb birthday episodes. Now, according to the Phineas and Ferb wiki, there's actually 11 birthday episodes, but to keep this to an even 10, Mommy, can you hear me? I'm sorry, but you're disqualified.
What you doing? I said... Rocking out with the headphones, huh?
This one sees an injured Candace trying in desperation to get her mom to turn around from gardening to see what Phineas and Ferb are doing. And what they're doing is planning to project a birthday message to Sergei Kushnerov.
It's cosmonaut Sergei Kushnerov's birthday. Right now, Sergei is orbiting Earth in an international space station, trying to prove the existence of wormholes. Ferb and I are constructing a stratospheric ionizer to make a happy birthday message appear in the upper atmosphere.
Wow! Sounds high-tech.
It sure is.
So, yeah, it's cool that they're friends with a Russian cosmonaut, but, like, we've never seen him before, and we never see him again. There's nothing wrong with this episode, except for, that horrifying imagery. Number 10, Doofopus. This one's the lowest on the list because it's one of those ones that's an offhand mention. It's Stacy's birthday, and Candace is doing her usual thing of scheming to bust her brothers.
Oh, I knew it. Phineas and Ferb. Not very impressive, but suspicious. Stacy, I gotta go. Oh, and happy birthday! Mom, Mom, Mom!
Again, nothing wrong with the episode itself. This is actually the one where Doof turns himself into a platypus, and we get that Shea Frillis meme and the platypus fight song, but Stacy deserves better. Number 9, Backyard Hodgepodge.
Guess whose birthday it is, Agent P? It's not Carl's, and it's not yours. Okay, it's mine. Help yourself, Agent P. Not a cake person, huh?
It's Major Monogram's birthday. That's it. This one's another offhand mention, and it doesn't really impact the episode, but then again, the episode wasn't really all that notable anyways, apart from some weird animation.
Hey, where's Perry?
I'm right here, guys.
It's internet sensation Perry Grip.
Holy crap, Lois, it's internet sensation Perry Grip! Low-hanging fruit, but I had to. Number 8, Run Candace Run. This episode is centered around Jeremy's grandma's birthday.
Grandma Hilda's, who would have guessed she'd live this long, 85th birthday.
Obviously, she's not a hugely important character. In fact, I think we only ever see her in one other episode before this. But her birthday is the reason for the Johnson family picnic Candace is trying to attend, and therefore it's actually consequential to the plot of the episode, making it a little higher up on this list. Candace wants to make a good impression, but she's forgotten that she also agreed to read to the kids at the library Linda volunteers at. So when Phineas and Ferb invent super speed shoes...
You know, Ferb, with these super shoes on, we can almost be in 2 places at one time.
Candace takes a pair, not realizing that they're unstable prototypes. And it's chaotic to say the least. Also, what is it about this world and shoes just fitting willy-nilly? Like, these were made for the boys, not for Candace, but whatever. There's also a surprisingly dark joke about a missing family member who's likely been presumed dead.
She sorta wandered off about 20 years ago. We don't really talk about it much.
Annabelle!
But, as it turns out, was just across town trying to buy the Doofenshmirtz building.
It's little Annabelle!
Uncle Jack, it's all coming back to me. You were right. I never should have taken that job hanging anvils.
Candace, you made our family whole again. Be good to her, Jeremy. This one's a keeper.
Number 7, Raging Bully.
Doofenshmirtz has purchased some suspicious items. 4 helicopter blades, 24 party balloons, and light bulbs. 6,000 of them. He's hiding out at the old abandoned cake factory on the edge of Carl, the light bulb and the 6,000 still on screen. Thanks, Carl.
Doof's birthday in Raging Bully, of course, gives us the key reveal that both of Doofenshmirtz's parents failed to show up for his birth.
It all began on the day of my actual birth. Both of my parents failed to show up.
Hey, you know how bad traffic in Jerusalem can be. And then nobody ever showed up to his birthday party, so his scheme is to hypnotize everyone in the tri-state area to come to his party. Obviously, this one's a simple one, but it gives us that important backstory, and that backstory is very funny, so... Plus, I want to try Dugleberry cake. Number 6. Candace loses her head.
It's Candace's birthday. We gotta do better than last year. Not our best work. This time it's gotta be something huge.
This one's lower on the list than feels right for a Candace birthday episode, but basically all of the ones that place higher on the list go for the heartstrings more. Phineas and Ferb is just going to Mount Rushmore for Candace's birthday because their plan is to carve her face into Mount Rushmore, which feels like the kind of thing they wrote back when they were still figuring out who Phineas and Ferb actually were as characters, because I could not see Phineas and Ferb from season 4 carving anyone's face into Mount Rushmore.
Excuse me? Aren't you boys a little young to be restoring a national monument?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Well, it's good to see young people taking an interest in our national heritage.
But still, it's meant to be a sweet gesture. It's clear that Phineas and Ferb love their sister, even though something smaller and more permanent would have been better.
Huh? Why, it's beautiful!
This was also the official introduction of Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, Candace.
What are you doing here?
I'm just here on the Mr. Slushy Burger Worker Exchange Program.
Number 5. Cheers for Fears. Speaking of Jeremy, this one's Jeremy's birthday. By the way, Cheers for Fears gets bonus points for being a play on the band Tears for Fears. Everybody Wants to Rule the World is my favorite song on Cosmic Rewind. But anyways, Candace comes to Phineas and Ferb with a problem.
What's that, Candace? Let me talk to her, guys. I speak sullen. Candace messed up and now Jeremy's birthday is ruined.
Hey! You completely misinterpreted what I said.
Nuance.
She's stumped on what to get Jeremy for his birthday and realizes that she has to ask them for help. And they have the idea to make a giant 3D scrapbook.
Well, Candace, do you think Jeremy will like it?
Yeah, I just have a few notes here. It's perfect! I love it, guys! I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it.
She had me at smiley face.
But Doofusinator manifests your worst fears, and predictably, the scrapbook literally flies away.
We don't have the invention anymore, but here's what we used as a blueprint. Candace designed it herself.
It's a regular size scrapbook, and it's all about you. And it's all about you.
This is a really sweet episode. Phineas and Ferb were so supportive of Candace, and I love how Jeremy's dialogue was actually recorded on Mitchell Moose's birthday. Very fun, very sweet, always good to see Love Handle again. I like it.
Isabella, you've been awfully quiet all day.
I have just earned my 24 hours of silence patch. I can see why you don't talk much, Ferb. I actually quite enjoyed it. I ended up having an inner dialogue with myself all day.
Welcome to Ferbland. Yes, but the universe is constantly expanding. Then what is it expanding into? Ooh. Okay, now my mind is blown.
Yeah, he probably is autistic. Number 4. Phineas's birthday clip-a-rama.
Another fantastic year older, and this is gonna be the best birthday ever.
You know that if I had a nickel meme that everyone in the world knows now, whether or not they've seen Phineas and Ferb? Well, it wasn't just in Across the Second Dimension. It appeared a couple times, and it was a running gag in this episode.
Aren't you a little young to...
If I had a nickel for every time I'd heard that.
Aren't you a little young to be a roller coaster engineer?
Aren't you a little young to be a landscape contractor?
Aren't you a bit young to be toy designers?
Aren't you a little young to be pop stars?
Aren't you a little young to be detectives?
Aren't you boys a little young to man a fishing vessel?
If I had a nickel for every time I trapped you.
If I had a nickel for every time I've heard that.
Mom, you've got to see this. Mom, they're driving a herd of cattle right through downtown. See, Mom? There. Mom, Dad. Look at what Phineas and Ferb did in the backyard.
Ha ha! Made you carry your own trap. Huh. I thought it would be more than that. I guess I could get a candy bar or something. Anyway.
Now where's this giant animation studio?
It got up and it danced away.
It what?
It got up and it danced away.
I guess I can buy a candy bar.
It's Phineas's birthday, which was a great excuse for a clip show episode. Especially when Irving actually has an in-universe excuse for most of this footage existing.
We should make a video compilation of all of Phineas's greatest moments.
What, like on a clip show? Lame.
Not where a genius like Phineas is concerned.
I mean, some of it is from dreams or other places where it would be impossible for Irving to get footage, but also it's Irving. Like, he's the ultimate creepy stalker fan.
Anyway, by utilizing my extensive collection of spy cameras, I've got footage of everything Phineas has ever done.
Why do they put up with this? I don't know. Anyways, what I also really like about this episode is that while it does rely on the surprise party trope, which, okay, brief tangent. Do people actually do this? I swear to God, I think movies and TV have gaslit us into thinking that surprise parties are a totally common thing. I've never been to a surprise party, and I've never had one thrown for me. I think it's dumb, especially if you do the thing where everyone acts like they forgot your birthday. Why are you stressing your friends like this emotionally?
Gosh. Oh, maybe my friends did forget my birthday after all. Oh, I can't believe it.
But Phineas's friends thankfully don't do the thing where they act like he doesn't exist while they set up at the party. Instead, they send him on a scavenger hunt so that everyone else can set up the party.
He was right over here. That suit really holds a lot of eggs.
Huh, a visual clue.
This would be considered an act of terrorism if you did it in 2025. And this episode gives us a really sweet moment with Phineas and Candace.
Why, if I had a nickel for every time you did something nice for me, well, I wouldn't know what to do with that much money.
But I didn't even get you a...
Wait a minute, is that? It is! A left-handed flange tuner! I've been looking for one of those forever!
You've been... Huh?
They're impossible to find. Custom made for Danville sewage repair. But they have 1,000 uses. I love it. It's just what I've been wanting. Thank you, Candace.
You're welcome.
You're the best sister ever.
Number 3, Mom's birthday.
It's Mom's birthday! How could we forget Mom's birthday? Where have all the days gone? We can't forget Mom's birthday. 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 Isn't there something I'm supposed to remember?
It's Linda's birthday, and the boys are pulling out all the stops. But they keep accidentally steamrolling over Candace.
Eggs and bacon, oh yeah. Mom, let me be the first to say
Happy birthday, Mom! We brought you some periodicals.
They obviously don't realize that they're doing this. It's just the case that they really can't help themselves. Phineas and Ferb have to go all out. It's what they do. It's how they function. Yeah, that video about the Flynn Fletcher family being neurodivergent is gonna happen soon. This is another really sweet one, especially when it's revealed that Phineas and Ferb recorded Candace singing without her knowing, and they all perform the song along with the video. Number 2, dude, we're getting the band back together.
I'm going to get my hair done. I'll be back at 2. Maybe you can figure it out before I get home.
Oh, I wonder what all the fuss is about.
Ahem. Huh? June 15th. It's your wedding anniversary.
Oh, Egon, wait, I can fix this.
Dude, we're getting the band back together is easily one of the best episodes of the entire series, and many people say that it's their favorite, including Swampy. This episode obviously mainly focuses on Phineas, Ferb, and Candace getting Love Handle back together, and it's a celebration of music and true love. But it's also Vanessa's birthday, and Doof wants to make the party special for his baby girl.
I try to throw a party every year. I know we usually go about our daily battle of good versus evil, but instead, could you maybe help me set up the party for my little girl?
Which is really sweet. I love that in spite of wanting petty vengeance, Doof refuses to make the same mistakes his parents made. He's a pretty lousy villain, but Doofenshmirtz is an amazing dad. Even if he has no idea what Vanessa actually wants.
I don't want them to see this. I'm a teenager. This is for a little girl. Don't you know me at all?
This was also really the first time we got to see Perry and Doof working together, and as a result, it was really the first time we got to see the more frenemy side of their relationship. An episode that's the stuff of legends, to the point where Even the birthday part that was kind of an afterthought in the episode ends up being one of the show's best. And the number one Phineas and Ferb birthday episode is... Happy birthday, Isabella. Isabella's birthday is one I had been wanting for the show's entire run. Mainly because I wanted to see what kind of party Phineas and Ferb would throw for one of their friends. Okay, and I'm a sucker for Finabella.
I've carried a lot of squirming bags in my time, but this is the first time I knew who was in it.
That line is really funny both in and out of context. But of course, as Isabella sings a song that I can't use if I want to keep monetization on this video, all she really wants is to spend time with Phineas. She is sadly, hilariously desperate. The party is mostly a supersized version of a standard kid's birthday party.
And now, what's a birthday party without a piñata the size of your house? Ferb, hit it!
I'm gonna bash this thing! Give us the candy, yo!
And yet, no supersized balloons? I'm disappointed in you two. Then again, getting one of these filled with helium would cost a stupid amount of money, and would be even stupider to use outdoors, but I digress. Also, Isabella's favorite cake is red velvet cake.
Check it out! We made your favorite, a red velvet cake.
Which is an excellent choice and it fits her really well. And anyone who says that it's just chocolate cake with food coloring, how does it feel to have the palate of a 4-year-old, huh? Because it's so much more than that. There's buttermilk in there. That's why it's called red velvet cake. The buttermilk and extra vinegar give it that super luxurious texture. Red velvet? And okay, yeah, there's usually some food coloring in there to compensate, but the color comes from the chemical reaction of the buttermilk and vinegar with the cocoa. Okay, obviously I'm just messing around. It's fine if you don't like red velvet cake. My favorite cake is actually carrot cake.
With a little surprise.
Whew! I hope they do not have a male dancer popping out of it.
They asked, but they couldn't afford me.
How on earth did that joke get past the censors? Anyways, this episode is also super notable because it's also the one where Stacy finds out about Perry, which is such a huge status quo change to have happened in a random 11-minute episode. And Phineas and Ferb's big final surprise is subverted by Doofenshmirtz's Nader that turns everything into bugs.
Butterflies? I love butterflies! Oh, thank you, Phineas!
Wait, what?
Thankfully, they turned into butterflies and not something Isabella hated. And Ferb pulls a real Chad move and makes sure Isabella can spend just a little time alone with Phineas on her birthday.
Maybe Ferb and I could, I don't know, take you out for some ice cream or something?
I just remembered there's something I need to do. You two go.
Is that cool?
Yes, very cool. Ferb?
So, did you get what you wished for? Oh yeah, I already asked that. Confetti and streamers. Hold on, gonna get another napkin.
And butterflies. You always give me butterflies.
So there you have it. Those were my picks for the top 10 Phineas and Ferb birthday episodes. I hope you enjoyed my birthday gift to you. If you like my videos and want to help me out, please like this video and subscribe. I also have channel memberships. It's 99 cents a month to join, and you'll get a shout out when you join, your name in the credits, and you'll get to see new videos usually 1 week early. Also, feel free to join us on Discord. We have a wonderful Discord community where we chat about all sorts of different cartoons and anything and everything else. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay kind, and I'll see you all next time.